diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me Elijah Dotson, who's a running back out of Sacramento State. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm enjoying football, man. It's been great. I know you guys aren't out there playing, but we do have something on TV, which is nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Can you just describe for our viewers just a little bit about your overall career?
My name is Elijah Dotson. I'm from Sacramento, California. I went to Antelope High School. I was recruited by James Montgomery from Sacramento State. I've been a starter for the past 2 years, going on 3, hopefully for my senior year. And yeah, I'm just really excited to get, this next season rolling because I just can't wait to play whenever that is going to be.
Cool. So I guess we're looking at right now like spring ball. Is that kind of the way things are with you guys?
Yeah, the way things are, like it's like spring ball is going to start somewhere October-ish, then we're going to get that rolling. And then pretty soon, like I believe that spring season is going to come around in like January, February. I think that's where it's gonna be.
Cool. So definitely looking forward to watching you do your thing. So you've actually had a pretty great career so far at Sacramento State. You've made first team all conference over the past couple years, which is cool. One of the things that I find interesting for you is that as a sophomore, you were able to rush for over 1,100 yards. And in this past season, you basically ran for over 700 as well as received for over 700 yards. So definitely a different take on you and your role on the football field. Talk to me about what you believe is like the best thing that you bring to the table as a prospect.
I believe the best thing I bring to the table is, of course, that versatility. Just like you said, I had 1,100 rushing yards my sophomore season, and then I basically went 700 for 700 my junior season. That was something that kind of shocked me as well because I didn't realize that type of versatility would get the attention of guys like yourself that wants to interview me, on Saturdays, and I'm actually very grateful for that. I just think that for me, that versatility is what will set me aside from the other guys. And I think really that'll just put me, over the edge and just that'll help me with my game. So I believe that's
Right. When I look at you, I see a couple different possibilities. You figure, as a freshman, you were out there returning kicks. And the other thing is, again, like as a sophomore, you were pretty much a running back. And then, this past season with all the receptions you had, quite frankly, I can recruit you as like a slot receiver, for example. There's a lot that you could potentially do for a professional team, which I think is very cool. So tell me about this off season for you, man. Obviously coronavirus sort of turned the world upside down and, changed things for us. What's been your situation and maybe what are you trying to do to take your game to like that next
level? Of course, once coronavirus hit, improvise was the biggest thing that guys had to do, like all around the country. Weight rooms are closed down, gyms are closed down. So what are you going to do? I decided to just go on offer up and let go and look for bench presses and dumbbells and stuff like that. And I've really been working on my special teams game, catching punts, specifically just trying to track the ball and being able to find it, fair catch and do a whole bunch of stuff that involves catching punts. On top of that, I've been working on speed endurance as well as my flexibility because I just believe that maintaining speed is more important than only being fast for the first 10 to 20 yards. And flexibility is another thing that I really wanted to work on, specifically ankle mobility and hip mobility, because I just think like playing at the next level, you got to be somewhat of a jungle cat. You got to be able to get tackled in ways that you've never been tackled before, but you got to get up and be fine about it. That's really some of the things that I really wanted to emphasize and work on.
Great. Well, I mean, I know, Elijah, that you're actually a very good athlete. You have about a 330-pound max bench, which, again, with a guy who's, 5'10", about 190 pounds, I mean, that's a legitimate number. So, I mean, I know you can get at it in the weight room. Another great aspect really about your resume in general is that you were a great track athlete in high school. I have in my notes, you were able to run a 10.76 100-yard dash, as well as or 100-meter, I'm sorry, and then also do 6'5" high jump, which is pretty cool. Again, being able to jump higher than you can, be. So,
Yeah.
talk to me about those experiences, and I'm also aware that you did some basketball too in high school. So, talk to me maybe about some of those experiences and how they've really helped you on the football field.
Let's just start with basketball, because basketball was kind of short-lived in my high school career. I learned in basketball that conditioning was something that was very important. And once I learned that conditioning was important and I got that down, I realized that I couldn't focus all my attention on being conditioned for basketball. I had to take my football and track career more serious by being conditioned for that. So that's why I kind of stopped playing basketball to better myself for track and football. With track, I started running track my freshman year of high school. I always knew I was fast, but I never knew I was like blazing fast. To this day, I still don't believe I'm super fast. I'm still trying to work on that speed because I just want to be the best I can be at all times. Running that 10.7, it came at the end of my senior year in the state finals. That was a pretty good race. We had a lot of fast guys in that heat. With high jump was kind of spontaneous. I'll say that because I was actually joking around in practice one day, and I ended up jumping over 6 feet, like literally just playing around. And then they just started going up and up and up, and then I kind of like stopped once it got to like 6'6", and I cleared 6'5", so I was kind of done at that point.
That's cool though, man. I mean, being able to jump 6'5", and again, you figure that's what, 7 inches taller than you. I mean, that's pretty awesome. It really shows explosiveness, So I mean, obviously, that does translate on the football field. Being able to obviously run fast. Again, like you said before, like with your basketball, I mean, being able to have the stamina and conditioning to really maintain over the course of a game is really great. I was going to give you the opportunity to, maybe talk about a moment or a game or something in your career so far that's a highlight that you're willing to share.
A highlight that I really wanted to share, I have two. My first one was my freshman year when we played Weber State. It was a kick return. It was I believe it was in the fourth quarter, and I returned it for about 70 yards. I'm not sure of all the moves that I made, but I knew then that I was comfortable with playing college football. And then if we fast forward to my sophomore season, it was our first opening conference game against Montana. That game, I had about 234 yards with 3 touchdowns. I don't know. The mentality and the atmosphere in that game was just completely different. And I was just feeling it that game. And I really like, that's one of the moments I can hang my hat on in college football, because that was probably the best game that I had in my career.
Cool. I want to take this opportunity also to really know who you are outside of football. Obviously, let me see, an ethnic studies major there at Sacramento State. Talk to me maybe about that major, maybe some of the classes that you've taken. And then I want to talk to you a little bit about maybe some of the interests and passions you have in your life outside of sports.
Okay. Well, ethnic studies, that's my major, and it's really about it focuses on just specific cultures and everything, and it's just like how do I put this? It's specifically is based on cultures and how they go about through life, because there's an American culture, there's a Hispanic culture, there's a Japanese culture, and all those cultures, they kind of tend to fold in towards the American culture once they migrate here. That's kind of what we kind of learn in the classes that I'm taking right now. So yeah.
Cool. So you're understanding more about people. So
Yeah, understanding more about people and their cultures. Yeah.
cool, cool. And again, talk to me maybe about some of the interests and passions that you have outside of sports. I mean, maybe something that you're willing to share about yourself.
Um, I would say one of the interests that I have outside of football is just people and just the well-being of people in general. Because I really want to create a platform to where I can help people, and I want people to understand that I can I can provide for them that mental health that they need in life. I just want them to understand that I can be there for them, um, as well as just understanding that the time that we're going that we're in with society, I really want to try to be like the answer to this problem. And I say that because this whole race war that we have going on is just not really something that I'm a big fan of. I just believe that we need to be united, and I want to create unity, because at the end of the day, you take off our skin, we're all the same. And I really just think like we just need to be united and not divided.
Absolutely, dude. Totally respect all of that. Um, I do want to take this moment during the interview to give you the opportunity to maybe give a shout out to a few guys, maybe some of the leaders that have been crucial to your development. So why don't you go ahead and just tell me a couple of those people?
I want to give a big shout out to my brother, um, Robert Dotson. He's a leader, and he doesn't even see it in himself, because I'm not saying he doesn't see that he's a leader, but I'm saying that he doesn't see that I always follow his lead. He's the guy that got me into working out, and he showed me that your work ethic will get you to where you want to be. Um, I also want to give a shout out to my father, because he is a great man, and I appreciate him for being in my life. He showed me how to be a leader by example, and I've taken that torch and I've kind of ran with it, and I appreciate him for that.
Right, kind of along the same lines. Talk to me maybe about some of the teammates. I know you got a lot of good teammates there. Is there maybe a couple guys there that have impressed you over the years, or that we just need to know there at Sacramento State?
Um, a few guys that I really think you should keep your eye on is Pierre Williams. He's a great receiver. He's very big. He kind of reminds me of Megatron, honestly. Like, that's how I see him. That's how I perceive him. You know, he's just a freakish athlete. Deron Bland, he's very tall, he's very fast, and he has great technique as a corner. And I think he'll be a great fit at the next level. And Josiah Erickson, he's a defensive end. He's very aggressive, and he's a talented guy.
Great. Um, we're just about done with this interview. I always ask the why question. So talk to me maybe about your why. Like, why do you play football? Talk to me about that motivation.
Um, the motivation for why I play football is it's kind of home driven. I would say that, and I say that because you have a lot of people that have expectations for you in life, and when I go back home and I see all my friends and family, they're like, "Oh, you're going to be in the NFL one day. Oh, you're going to be this one day," and I kind of like hang my hat on those expectations, because they see me going to a place that I've been working my whole life to get to. So I really want just for them to like, uh, what's the word? I really want to fulfill their dreams that I have, and I want to fulfill the dreams that I have as well, if that makes
And
sense.
no, it's fine. And real quick, just give me your final pitch to a football team. Why should they draft you, sign you? What would they be getting in a teammate?
Understand you're getting a great person, and you're getting a great teammate. All my life, I've worked hard for what I wanted, and I really want you to know that I have a great I have a great coachable spirit. I'm not one of those guys that doesn't want to hear what a guy has to say because his social status is different than mine. No. Like if there's an issue or if there's anything that's going on within my game, I can be talked to about it. I can be coached up about it, and I'll fix it. I'm one of those guys that can stay after practice to get work in just to get better. And that's who I am as a player. I always want to get better. You know, like off the field, I won't let any off the field issues bother with what's going on with me on the field, because once I step inside those white lines, that's all that matters. And just understand that I'm a versatile athlete. And I just want I want you coaches to know that once you get me, you got me. You didn't waste your time. You didn't waste your money. I just want you to know that I'm the player that you really should want.
Right. So obviously, Elijah, I actually have you listed actually very high on my small school list of running backs, probably easily in the top 5. I mean, you figure with a guy with your versatility, that you can go out there, be a running back, be a receiver, be a special teams guy. Again, like I have no doubt that your 40 is going to be really good, and that you're going to test well. And the other thing too is, dude, you're a very humble guy, and I don't have to worry about you getting into like any trouble and things like that. So I mean, again, I feel like you're the whole package. If you were 2 inches taller, like you'd be on everybody's board. But quite honestly, I don't care. I mean, I feel like everything that you bring to the table is great, and everyone really needs to know who you are, man. So I do wish you best of luck. I mean, I know you got to wait a little bit to play, but I do wish you best of luck whenever you do hit the field again. And then just moving forward from there, because I know someone's going to give you the opportunity. So,
Thank you.
Again, this is Elijah Dotson, running back out of Sacramento State. Definitely keep an eye on him. Watch his tape. It's very good. Thanks again, Elijah.
Thank you.